Oh, almost fucking tipped that. Ugh. Ugh. Yo, Edwin, I just got your email, man. I'll check those videos out or something later. Tomorrow or something. Hate how this controller just needs charging all the time. Yeah, I am tired, man. It was a long day today. I woke up at 6 and ate some breakfast and flew to Denver and stayed at Denver for a bit. And then I flew back here and yeah, I'm kind of tired to be honest. I'm not gonna stay up too late. Try to wake up at a certain time and look for jobs and probably go to the gym and yeah, and probably that's about it. Probably look up places where to live again. 'Cause I haven't done that in a bit. So just watch the first one. Alright. Yeah, I'll check it out. I'm not gonna watch it right now, but I'll watch it at my own time or something. Yeah, we'll do some more videos tomorrow. Try to get some sleep and try to catch up on them. I was trying to do them this weekend, but it was kind of hard because I was just getting tired, you know. Moved to Hawaii. Yeah, let's go, man. Let's go in June. Be some roomies. Yeah, fucking knows, man. September? Alright, let's go September then. Kind of cool, I guess, to see that. What's up, Cloverfield? Is anything worth watching? I don't know if there is. Probably not. Too tired for that. Yeah, I ain't there anymore. Absolute tragedy. I'm in South Dakota now. Who's Lord Odin? Who's that? Yeah, it is garbage, yep. I have blue eyes. Yeah, I just need to find a job there. Yep. Yeah, I wonder if the job market's good in Hawaii, anyways. Hawaii is the most expensive state in the U.S., though, I heard. They have a big homeless problem now. So. You ever applied to a job to a state you don't live? Oh, yeah, I applied here. I was applying here when I was not living here, pretty much. How do you do it? Well, if you go on Indeed, you say that your location's in Hawaii. You can probably find a job that way, possibly. Thanks, Cloverfield. Man, I never asked for my eye color. I guess it's alright, you know? Guess it's okay. Callum? Yeah, I remember him watching my YouTube. I haven't seen him in a while. Yeah, it's fucking torturous. Yeah. Take time to cook your meals. Yeah, yup. vlog the grocery store? Yeah, maybe. I've got to go to the grocery store soon, so maybe I will do one. Maybe I'll do one at Sam's Club. I'm a member there. So. I need batteries for this remote here. You can't turn the volume down or anything. Kinda sucks. Yeah, I kind of like this type of music. The Hyso Cop, School Rooftop. I don't really consider this classic music. It's kind of just... I don't know what you consider this genre. It sounds like ambient, kind of. I don't even know if it's even them. I don't really follow that much football, so I can't really say. They're not that good. I mean, last time I was following was a while ago. They were pretty good. I mean, I remember when I was a kid, they were always good, the Broncos. I like this one better. Satan Life. Yeah, you gotta tell God that you gotta stop being ripped off. I guess my hobbies, I guess. Yeah, I kind of like the Vikings. I always kind of like their logo, even though I don't really follow their team. I always liked Randy Moss and Dante Culpepper when I was younger. Just keep going. Yeah, keep going, dude. Stop sitting around watching black pill content. Shut that fucking bullshit off and get a fucking job and stop acting like a piece of shit. Yeah, that's how those people act, you know? They want you to keep going. They never shut up, you know? Yeah, it's uncommon, yeah. That's like, it's uncommon to hear someone say that. Like, I never heard of any parents say things like that. Yeah, cable's too expensive. I mean, I would just watch YouTube. I don't really watch, like, TV like that, you know? I haven't watched, like, TV crazy ever since, like, high school, you know? Yeah, performance to be cool. Yeah. Try to tell you it's your personality. Bunch of lies. Yeah, it is a joke. Joke of a life. Yeah, download them. Yeah, that's the way to do it, you know? I would say. Yeah, just keep your head up, bro. Just hit the gym, bro. Just stay positive, bro. And bro, if you complain, you just gotta work on your personality and get better. Be positive. Yeah, based on your looks. That's exactly right, Rohi. Looks matter the most. Like, if you approach a girl and she looks at you and she smiles, that means she likes you, you know? Because you're good looking. It's not because of your personality. That's why, like, the black pillars say, your, your face is your personality. That's basically pretty true, you know? Not pretty true, it's true. Yeah, Yeah, cooperation. No, wait, what'd you say? Yeah, just go to your corporation. Just stop going to your room. You're supposed to go to your corporation. That's where you're supposed to go, you doomer. Yeah, made it good back in the days. Yeah, there was. I mean, I think TV was better back then, but the thing is, like, you saw it so many times, it gets old. You know, that's the problem. I guess, right? Hmm. I don't really. I just want to listen to some calm stuff here. There we go. I don't see what I want though, unfortunately. Let's pick this one, see if it's any good.
Why was the government shut down? Because big insurance greed knows no limits. The same insurance companies pocketing billions in profits were demanding billions more in taxpayer-funded subsidies again, putting millions of families...
Yeah, I mean, if they're attracted to you, Rohai, it's probably maybe your looks the most, you know? Since you told me you're 6 foot, they may like your height. It's your height and face that gets them to like you. That's how you open the door, and that's how you socialize with them. If you are not the greatest looking, and she opened the door for you because she's found something cute in you, and if you don't socialize right, she'll reject you. That's why it's a little harder for people like that have autism or like have social anxiety and stuff like that, you know. But if you're very good looking and you struggle with the socializing with autism, you'll still get accepted because of your looks, you know. That's just how it is. Yeah, people just need to be paused and everything will be better. How motherfuckers don't get that bitch shit. Yeah, unnecessary. Yeah, it doesn't work on a guy that doesn't have the looks, you know. It only works for dudes that are decent looking, you know. Or I guess if you have money, I guess, too. Titanic. Yeah, that's a pretty good movie. It's okay. Kind of, I kind of grew up watching that a little bit, you know. Yeah, it felt unnatural. Yeah, because that's probably not who you are, you know. I guess trying too hard to be so charismatic is it just won't be good at the end of the day, you know. Yeah, they're recessive genes, I guess. The blue eye and green eyes. What made me start believing in God? Is that what you're asking me? Well, I started to act negative and I started seeing demons and I started praying to God that I don't want the demons to come after me. I don't want them to come after me and I showed God that I'm a hard worker and I work 100 hours a week and I have a great personality and I saw God in front of my eyes and that's when I knew God exists. You look like Will Smith? That's pretty cool, man. You probably hang around Philly and Germantown then. Yeah, put faith in God. Yeah. I go to church every Sunday. Yeah, that's what it is with the black pill. It is what it is, I guess, right? You never asked for your looks or like your genetics in general, you know? Or like how you were born with money or no money. It's all kinds of shit. All pickup tricks is just entertainment for women. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, they're wandering around the planet, yep. Another god grifter. Yeah, I'm a god grifter. I pray to him every day and he knows that I'm a good boy. So I'm gonna go to heaven with him. The popular people. Why they wanted to hang out with you? What was the reason? Favorite Bible verse? Hmm, that's a good one. I'll say, love thy mother and father. That's one of the 10 Commandments I like. Hmm, I don't really know a Bible verse. I'm not a real Christian. From how I look, yeah, that's the black pill too with friends, right? Get kind of treated better with looks with friends, right? You shall open your mouth for Jesus. It says in the Bible, if you don't open your mouth for Jesus, then you'll go to hell. Consequences will come. That's when Judgment Day will happen to you, and you'll get a beating, and you'll be opening your mouth then on Judgment Day. Yeah, still the same though. Honor thy father and mother. It's kind of the same. Love them in honor. Yeah, it doesn't match their expectations. Yep. Yeah, if you don't go with the norm, then they won't like you. Yeah, open your mouth. You're too negative. You need some positivity in your mouth. Yeah, yep. Yeah, that's part of the socializing shit right there, too. Would you ever date a girl who swings both ways? Might sound like a dumb question, but I don't know what you mean by that. Not sure. Okay, I see. Uh, yeah, I'd say yes. That'd be kind of nice if she brought her own friend and she wanted to do it with me too. Why not? I mean, it probably may cause problems though. Like if the open relationship doesn't work, like say her girlfriend catches feelings and she becomes jealous, then I'm with her, you know. So I don't know. A super pretty girl? Yes. I'm gonna create a super pretty girl outside with snow. Her name's gonna be Shelby, and we're gonna be dating until she melts away. And I would feel dangerous after that. Yeah, that would be hot. That's like a fantasy right there. That'd be kind of nice. What's up, the villain? thinking of starting one. Yeah, I'll watch it, man. Yeah, if you ever start a channel, like you want people to watch it, just put like hashtags in your description on what you talk about, and it takes a little bit, but you'll have people find you and watch you. You know. Yeah, that's what her channel name really is, right? Exactly, Francis. And the thing is, like, there's a lot of men out there that like that channel, want to donate. That they like that. Yeah, that's probably what I'm gonna do tomorrow. I'm gonna make a snow girlfriend, and if she melts away too fast, then I'm a little too dangerous for that snow girlfriend. Oh man. That's random, man. Ear licking. Yeah, because she don't want her subscribers to leave. You know, she wants them. Yeah, life is treason. Yep. Yep. Parents committed treason on us. Yeah, I mean, I think it affects women too, but if they're, it's still easier for them to get sex and dates. So with that, it probably depends on how far on the autism they are and stuff like that. I think it still affects them, though. It can affect them badly. Get treated like shit from other girls or something, you know. And plus, they tend to hide their autism better than men, so they kind of get misdiagnosed more than men do. Work alone. Yeah, I like working alone too, man. Way better. So hard to find that job where you can work alone now. Like the gig apps are the best, but it doesn't pay enough, you know. Unfortunately. Hmm. Is it a good gay song? Yeah, I mean, I guess it's how we are. We're humans. We talk about this all the time. Yeah, I don't like when people talk about it constantly though. That shit gets old, you know. It's like people don't talk like anything else deep besides that. It's like shit. It's like it's. I feel like if people talk about sex and shit like that all the time, they're boring people to me, you know. Yeah, Swedish fish and a mouse. Damn, I would not like that. I'd be like, oh, that's some Swedish fish, and I get bit by a mouse. Vegas. I guess I would go to Vegas, but I don't know what 311 is though. Is that an area code for Nevada, or is that an artist or something? You miss his lives. Yeah, bunch of bullies pushed him away, man. It's pathetic. Yeah, I didn't really watch him that much, so I can't really say, but I know he had some videos that I agree with him on, and I don't think he. I feel like he should have stayed on YouTube, but I kind of get it because of like if you're part of that anti-nails community, that shit's fucking toxic, you know. Yeah, chasing stuff and buying things. Yep, that's consumerism right there, materialism. That shit. What happened to Loon? Not sure. Probably, probably YouTube got rid of her channel, or maybe she got rid of it. Maybe it's because of the toxicity of uh, what's going on. You know, I think she had good videos on there too. I, uh, I resonated with some things she said. Even though like what happened on the Discord, it was something with Loon and stuff, but for the most part, I thought she was cool. You know. I remember she was dealing with stuff at her job and shit's terrible, you know? Hopefully she got out of that toxic job and she's working a better one, you know? When I left YouTube. Yeah. Kinda don't blame them if since YouTube fucking sucks, you know? Not sure. Yeah. The dad started it, you know? Pretty much. Moon was funny. Yeah, I guess like her work stories were. Dealing with them coworkers and stuff. Yeah, it's a crapshoot. Nah, it was I had my Discord, she had her own, and something was going on with like people that were going on my Discord, and a couple of them were into her, and uh, she was like acting flirty with like other people with her emojis and stuff, and she was I heard she was accepting like D pics or something, and I don't know. It was just all over the place. It made my Discord like chaotic, you know. It's pathetic. But she said that her doing emojis is how she would talk to people. She wasn't intended to be flirty, but I feel like if you just wanted to talk to people, you don't need to like put the emojis on there because the dudes will see that and think you're being flirty, even though you're not intending to. So that's their communication style. But yeah, I mean, other than that, like I moved on from it. That shit with the Discord was like petty as fuck, you know. So people like to show their life on social media mostly. Yep, because they want to show off in front of their mutual friends on there, and they want instant gratification all the time. Yeah, take the kid's side. Yeah, something that the parents did most of the time that triggered the kid. Yeah, what is this shit life, right? Jeez. Yeah, it sounds like some physical abuse, what these parents are doing. Got high in school today? High on what? Yeah, that is a good song, I Get High. That is a classic song by Styles P back in the 2000s. I was listening to that song heavy in middle school. Yeah, thinking that they're important. Yep. Yeah, it's pathetic. Yeah, that's the black pill shit they lead them on with money and looks and shit like that. Yep. Yeah, I kind of get why dudes get like that, you know? Makes sense. Yeah, that's how my dad was. My dad would yell and scream, and it would just trigger me all the time. When I was younger, and even when I was an adult, you know, just I couldn't handle it no more. Yeah, I don't really listen to NORE. Maybe we'll check them out tomorrow at the gym or something. I don't feel like listening to other music today. I'm too tired. So, yeah, not willing to risk your peace. Yeah, that's kind of how I feel too, man. Kind of like what you said there. Yeah, yep. They become suicidal as well, you know? They can't handle that. All that yelling and screaming in their face, and you know, then there's kids that'll act more violent from that, or just kids will just shut down from that shit. Yeah, Missy Elliott's got some good songs. I'll agree. It'll never collapse. Yeah, not totally, I guess. Seem like the world will always keep going, you know? Yeah, a lot of killers. Yeah, but there's some people that are killers that had families that didn't yell at them or scream, you know? But yeah, I feel like a lot of them had bad home environments. Yeah, he doesn't want kids. He don't want kids for his reasons, and he's not selfish for that. Same thing with like Kevin Durant, the NBA. He don't want kids either. They're trying to pester him on why he doesn't want them, you know? Yeah, he isn't dumb, that guy, John Cena. Yeah, I mean, I don't. Seem like a lot of people do, though, unfortunately. I mean, I guess they could have good lives, but man, just in today's world, it just seems so dystopian. It's hard to see that, you know? Yeah. I mean, even if the economy was good, I wouldn't even want kids, you know? I just never wanted kids in the first place. Even before I discovered that anti-natalism stuff, like I never wanted any. Yeah, he wouldn't be safe. Yeah. The thing is, he's the crazy one, that guy. Hmm. Yeah, I'm on the spectrum too, man, so I know how you feel. Uh, I would say don't hide your autism. Don't hide your autism all the time because that can affect you. And yeah, it sucks that you have it. It sucks that it affects how you socialize with people. But it's something that you never asked for and deserve it. And people that discriminate you for it are pathetic, man. They're pieces of shit. Um, yeah, I'll say just try to cope and try to do things that you like to do, um, and I guess you like if you have to go to work, try the best your ability to mask, and so you don't reveal your autism with them, so you don't have to deal with like toxic coworkers trying to discriminate how you socialize all the time. It's not easy though, you know. That shit can burn you out. And if you feel like people are putting you down for your autism, you try to HR and all that, and you still do it, quit that job, you know? It ain't worth your mental health. Yeah. Yeah, other people say it's a good thing because they can help society. You're on the fence. Yeah, I mean, I guess you could be at a. You could adopt kids, I guess. You could do that, you know? I mean, it's up to you. You could have your own biological kids or you don't, you know? I mean, I would kind of look at, like, the consequences of what can happen to your child. Like, there's endless amounts of, possibilities what can happen to them, you know? And the other the positives, you know? So, yeah, keep to yourself. Yeah, be soft spoken. That helps me with like with coworkers. Like you don't want to be revealing yourself too much because that's kind of like with the autism. You don't want to overshare constantly because they can use that against you. So it's best to keep to yourself with autism. It's not easy though. It's not easy though with that. Yeah, you can have a kid that can become a dangerous person to society, you know? A lot of parents don't get that either. The Beatles? Yeah, they're okay. I mean, I don't like if I hear a Beatles song, I would know what it is, but if you tell me, do you know this song? I would say that I would have to hear it first. Because I don't know like the song names. But yeah, I don't mind listening to Beatles though. Yeah, it's like crazy, pretty much. I agree, man. This life is fucking something else like that. Maybe get a second opinion, man. Maybe go get a second opinion from somebody else. What makes you think you have autism, if you don't mind me asking? Yeah, yep. Sent you to the hospital or the grave, yep. You bring a kid in this world, and your kid's gonna help you get to your grave. Some parents don't really realize either. Well, they probably do, but they just don't think it like that much. Yeah, I never really wanted to either. Yeah, because there wasn't as much diagnosis then. They weren't focused on the spectrum as much because it was different back then with that. Consider adopting. Yeah, I mean, there's kids out there that need a home, right? Nothing wrong with adopting. What do you mean they don't understand you? Like what? Because you said they speak Spanish, they understand your English or something? Or is it something with the autism? Like, hmm. No, I don't really watch a lot of movies that much. I'm not sure what that movie is. Mimic Jesus. uh, appreciate so tires. I appreciate that, Cloverfield. Yeah, you don't want to go to jail, right? Maybe just uh, invite them to a boxing match. I'm not wearing my glasses. I have my contacts on. My glasses are in my room. Yeah. He doesn't want to mess with you now because where you're at, right? That damage my eyes with contacts. uh, nah, I'm not gonna do that. Yeah, right. They act like wanna be tough guys. These parents. Yeah, it is cowardly. Yep. I agree with that 100%, Rohai. That is some bullshit. Yeah, there is some nerds that act like tough guys too. They act like bullies as well. Yeah, there's like insecure men that try to bully others and try to make them feel more insecure, you know? That's a fucking thing too. Yeah, sometimes it's best you become the stronger person and they'll stop, you know? For food. Oh man, I was that type of person. I would throw food at people. I felt guilty doing that. Trying to fit in with these fucking jocks, you know? I was kind of like a bully a little bit too. It's fucking cowardly in a way. A lot of people that tend to bully, from like, guess from my experience, they want to fit in with certain people and they want to get like a status and be cool. Even deep down, like some of these people that do these things don't really want to do it, you know? And it's not excusable, obviously, for that behavior, but that's why they do it, though, you know? So, yeah, it isn't natural. It's like a prison, man. Yeah, I wouldn't say it was a mistake. It was something that I wanted to do to fit in. It was pathetic. I used to like flick like a bunch of carrots and I would squeeze them super hard. It would go fucking like across the room super far. I would hit somebody with it. When I think of Aiden Ross, I don't really like that guy, to be honest with you. I don't really watch him. I feel like he's all about status and uh, I feel like it's just I just don't like those type of YouTubers. They're just kind of they're just not interesting to watch. They're all about clout. They're all about this generic stuff all the time. I mean, yeah, it's cool he's got money. It's good that he's living good, but I just don't like the content he puts out. It's kind of cringe to me. It's just not my thing. Yeah, it can be. Not always, though. Yeah, it is unnatural. Yeah, most of the food at school does suck. I'll agree with that. I think I only liked a couple things at school that were decent eating wise, I guess. Wasn't there a program you could have done to get food for free, Rohi? If you didn't make, like, say, if your family didn't make enough income? Yeah, it is the worst. I think that's the worst in high school. You feel pressured to fit in, and I kind of felt that way a lot because I was, my autism and my mom not letting me hang out with people at a young age really stunted my growth, my social skills, and made me became a bully and like a really big victim of bullying, at the same time. Like I got bullied horrendously and just was a shit person. Yeah, we all fool around, I guess, you know. Yeah, 8 hours long, just like work. It's designed that way. Yeah, schools should be better. I think it could be better, but it'll never be better, man. Seems like. Larry Bird. I'll say he should be talked about more. He's one of the greatest players of all time. He uh, he did a lot for the Celtics, and he was very good 3-point shooter, good mid range game. He was very good on defense, something that no one really talks about with him. So I'll say he's pretty underrated, Larry Bird. Now he's like the general manager or something for the Pacers, I think. Damn, loud farts. Hmm. Yeah. Sometimes those people are obnoxious, though. Yeah, I heard that guy got caught, didn't he? That Jack dude. I'm not crazy about that guy's content, too. He's like Aiden Ross. Yeah, I mean, even if you got free lunch program, you're not gonna get good food. Yeah, I mean, that's not your fault. You were born with parents that didn't prepare you financially. It's not your fault. It sucks that you had to work your ass off at a young age to get out. That's something I never experienced as a kid. I grew up like middle class, upper middle class. Some people may see the house, you're like, you're rich, and I'm fucking not. It's just like I grew up like middle class, in like upper middle class neighborhood, you know? You would have bullied me for being different. Yeah, I don't think I would. That would be fucking terrible. That would fucking be bad. Yeah, maturity doesn't come with age. Yeah, it's not productive, yep. They say that 4 hours is more productive. Yeah, parents can make you feel like garbage. Bill Russell, yeah, I'll say he's very good too. Made the Celtics win a bunch of championships, but I feel like he played in an easier era than the '90s, '80s, and even nowadays. Like the game seemed like simpler then. It wasn't as many like fouls, and he was able to just be dominant because he was probably one of the few big men in the league, and he was able to get all the points for them, win all those rewards like defensive player of the year and stuff like that. But yeah, he's still good though. He's definitely one of the goats. Yeah, I mean, I would eat mostly junk too in school most of the time. Yeah, Space Jam. Yeah, like Muggsy Bogues. He was cool in that movie. Yeah, Ewing. Then you had like Sean Bradley. It sucks what happened to him. He got paralyzed. See, like the dude had the height. He had the stats playing the NBA, and like he got paralyzed. He got in an accident. Like that affects his life. Oh yeah, that's Muggsy Bogues, the shortest player. Yep, 5'3". Yeah, he was decent for that height. What we had, like Charles Barkley, Michael Jordan in that movie. Larry Johnson too. All those guys were good. That Space Jam's movie is better than LeBron one, from what I heard. I don't think I even watched the LeBron one. Yeah, we were just talking about Larry Bird. Yeah, he's one of the goats too. He's pretty underrated 3-point shooter and defensive player. He was very good. Thanks, man. It kind of helps me feel sleepy and pass out. He has a movie. Yeah, I think he does. I don't think I watched it though. Yeah, that's not your fault, man. Your parents made it unpleasant for you. That's a thing. Like, yeah, you got out, you got rich, but like they ruined your childhood. You should have a child, at least a childhood. Good memories, right? Yeah, they did win a lot of championships. Yep. Bill Russell won most of them, and then Larry Bird won a couple, and then you got KG and Paul Pierce win one, and then you got like Jason Tatum won one too. So he became a leader. Yeah, pretty much. Don't have any good memories. Yeah, it's terrible, man. Yeah, it's like you sometimes like the bad memories impact the good memories you have. That's what's terrible about that. My first crush was Rogue the Bat. Who's that? I look like Stephen Curry? I guess so. I guess the beard kind of does it a little bit. I guess I'm the white Stephen Curry, Splash Brother. If Stephen Curry was a white guy, it would be me. Difference is, like, I would brick every 3-point shot, is the difference. I'm a lookalike, but I can't play like him. Oh, Sonic the Hedgehog. Yeah, I think I used him in Super Smash Bros. Brawl a little bit. He was okay in that. I never played the other games with him though. The best character I used for that game was Bowser and Kirby. Those were my best like players to use. Like me and my brothers would like play all the fucking time. Ming? Yeah, Ming's pretty good too, but I never used Ming that much. My guys were Bowser and Kirby all the fucking time. My brother, the trucker brother, would use Link constantly, and Ray, and then my other brother would use Fox, and who else would he would use? Mario sometimes. Uh, he would kind of use Ray too, I think. Who's Chun Li? Oh yeah, Ness is another one. Ness. that that saying he when he hits somebody he says something. It's kind of funny. Yeah, Fox was cool. Yeah, I never was good with him though. I was always good with Bowser all the time. I would always like do that sit down thing where I would jump up and sit down and would do so much damage. What's the Are you talking about the Harlem Globetrotters, or is it? Or are you just talking about that? Oh, Nicki Minaj. Yeah, she looked. I think she looked better without all that makeup. She looked really good then. Yeah, I know the Harlem Globetrotters. Yeah, they're pretty talented with their shit, I guess. I never went to like a Harlem Globetrotters game, but they have good street ball stuff. Yeah, she was dating Meek Mill for a while, and then she moved on. Yeah, Nicki Minaj looked better without the plastic. That's just me, but some other people may like her that way though. Like they're natural. Yeah, he's definitely top five, no question. He's definitely top five. And he won 5 chips. He should be in the top five. Yeah, I never played Street Fighter, so I can't say. So I can't say who to pick. Yeah, I never really like got into what happened to her after that Meek Mill breakup. So, hmm. Yeah, I don't even know who Kenneth Petty is. I started watching when I was very young. I was watching it like first grade. I started watching when Michael Jordan was his last year for the Wizards. And then my knowledge just got better and better. And that was like my special interest with my autism. I was just a complete nerd with that. I would like collect cards. I would try to remember every player's name and what teams they would play. And I would try to watch like this show called not Charles, wow, what am I saying? It's called The Schwab Show or something. And he would get like NBA questions, and I would try to like answer him like him, try to get it right. And I always liked playing basketball too, so it made me kind of liked following it too. Hateful and phony. Yeah, I could see her being that way. Magic Johnson is decent. Yeah, he is good. Definitely one of the best pass first point guards of all time. Yeah, I was coping as a kid with that. Yep. Kind of still cope with it a little bit, but not so obsessed with it like I was back in the day. Like I would hang out with the normies and the neurotypicals, and I would I would like name players and shit, and they would be surprised how I would do that shit. So I had all that knowledge in my head somehow. I had like good I had like a good memory with that. NBA Street. Yeah, I never played that game though. NBA Street. I always played NBA Jam. That was the shit for me, and like 2K and NBA Live. Yeah, the normies. Yeah. I remember I wanted to be one though. And I realized how I was getting treated. I'm like, yeah, I'm not one. I had to accept it. Naruto. Yeah, I was never. I always made fun of Naruto when I was a kid. I don't know why. I was kind of like an asshole about that. I didn't even watch the show. I just thought it was stupid or something. But I feel like it seems like a good show to watch though. It's a nice anime. Yeah. Then you start getting older, like, damn, I gotta. It's like you don't have time to do your copes, you know? Yeah, they were broken. Yeah, they're getting broken right now. They're getting like a lineup. All right, I'll see a couple beers. Yeah, Lakers back then were crazy when I was a kid too, with the Kobe and Shaq era, and then Kobe in the Pau Gasol era, and then they kind of faded out a bit, and then LeBron came, and now it's like Luka's team now. Yeah, barely have any time now, right? Fucking sucks. And then like your cups get boring, so you kind of want to do something new, you know? Kind of sucks. Then there's like copes that you thought were like shit copes, and then you're like, yeah, that's my cope now when I'm older, you know? Something. Sleeping. Yeah, I like to sleep too at times. I haven't been sleeping well since I've been that Minnesota trip though. Chris Paul, yeah, he's pretty underrated, I'll say. It's unfortunate he didn't win the chip for the Suns, like against Milwaukee. I kind of wanted them to win. Yeah, he was very good for the Hornets, though. He was like a very good, like pass first point guard also, and he always had that crazy mid range game. He was good at dunking also when he was young. Became like a journeyman when he was getting older though. Sleep forever? Yeah, we'll get there soon, Francis. We're not here forever, you know. Unless Brian Johnson's gonna try to make you live forever. That guy says, "Oh, I'm doing all this natural stuff," but all of a sudden, when he wants to make people live forever, he still thinks that's natural when it isn't. That's part of life, you know. We live and die. Why is he trying to make us live forever? I don't understand that guy, you know. I don't get how someone will want to live forever in this shit, you know? Crazy. Yeah, Brian Johnson's crazy. That's all I gotta say. What type of video? Yeah, I'll admit that, yeah. I started to realize, like, when I'm older, like, how it doesn't really do much to society, you know? It's just a way to escape from what this life is. I didn't understand that when I was younger, though. I thought it was something I was just into. And over time, I realized it was just like a cope, like what T Advice said, you know? I was coping. Now I didn't get it. Yeah, I mean, death isn't scary. Dying's the scary part because you don't know how you're gonna die. Like, No one wants to have a painful death, right? That's the scary part. Like, once you're dead, that's okay, you know? Yeah, both scary, yep. Both scary as shit. Yeah, people are fake, man. Yeah, I think it gets worse the older you get. You start to see more fake people even more. Yeah, the Bulls in the 90s, yeah, with MJ. Crazy how, like, MJ, he retired, played baseball, came back, win a couple more championships. That's why he's the best player of all time. Like, LeBron will never get to that level, in my opinion. Yeah, the Bulls are they've been having a tough time getting good ever since then. Like, they had a run with Jimmy Butler and Derrick Rose, but other than that, they just been having a hard time. The Bulls right now. Yeah, the Sixers. Yeah, I always wanted to see them win a championship. I don't know if I'll ever see them win in my lifetime. I've been to a lot of Sixers games. There were some good ones and seen some shitty ones too. It was cool seeing them though. I like dominant women. Yeah, I mean I like being dominant in general, women. I don't like I don't know, that's just me. I kinda like being the dominant one. I don't like being submissive really. But some guys out there like being submissive. You have a preference, you know. I remember me and my friend had this one debate where like a girl is on top of you and she's like, you know, it's just we were having a debate. Like he was saying that he wasn't being dominated, like, but when he was, you know, she's on top of you. That she's doing a dominant position, doing the cowgirl. There's nothing wrong with that. It's a nice position, but you know, me and him had a debate on that for a while. If that was submissive or dominant. uh, yeah, I saw that movie. That's a good one. That's funny as shit. That one. Yeah, especially when they're trying to score and shit. Yeah, that's a good movie. Yeah, they met their fathers for the first time. Yep. Yeah, that was the funny part too. They met their fathers at the end. They're at the campfire. Yeah, that was a good movie. Yeah, less problems. Having nothing, no problems. You farted? I think I smell it here. Yeah, in the movie. Yeah, I figured it was the movie you were talking about. I was just joking around. Yeah, they started farting a lot. It built a camaraderie with the dads and Beavis and Butthead. Yeah, there's times where I feel that way too. When I was like really depressed at my dad's house, I only went to the gym and then I went back to my bed and slept some more, you know? That's all I did was sleep in the couch in bed, and then my dad was thinking I'm lazy, you know? But yeah, I know that feeling, man. It's mostly your mind making your body not be able to move, you know? Problem is time. Yeah, because time has a limit. Seems like it's going by fast all the time. Feels like you're always running out of time. Seems like. Haven't had a friend in 21 years. Yeah, fucking hard to make real friends, man. Seriously. Yeah, go back to hibernation. Yeah, you come out for a little bit, then you just hibernate for a little bit. That's a lot of like racing thoughts and like OCD thoughts. Uh, yeah, those things could be uncomfortable, man. Hard to deal with. That's why I try to focus on something else for a bit, and it slowly kind of goes away. But it never ends though. Like it comes and goes all the time. The only way it is prevented is if like you're going. You know, it's just kind of it's always coming around. That's why I take my anxiety meds because I have to make sure that shit doesn't happen constantly. Rice crispy treat. Put a bunch of sawdust on there. Porn. Yeah, a bunch of like thoughts back and forth. Yeah, I guess it can do that to me too at times. That's why it's best to lay back on the porn when it gets like that. No, I never been tested for ADHD. I don't think I have ADHD though. I think I just have autism to be honest. The bipolar. I guess I'm alright, I guess. What do you mean, you guess? Just feeling tired. Sometimes I guess a little bit I feel like kind of crappy a little bit. So, yeah, because back then people didn't diagnose people that much at all. And then, since the diagnoses are getting better, you find out when you're older, you know? And that's what sucks about that because you could be struggling throughout your life and like with jobs and like dealing with like friendships and people in general, and you won't even know why like people would treat you like a certain way or why you would have a hard time keeping a job, you know? And then you realize, damn, it's that ADHD or something. You're not good. Yeah, hopefully it gets better, whatever is happening to you, man. So, yeah, a lot of people will say, like, oh, it's the vaccines, like, causing people to be more autistic, and they say that, oh, it's all in the food for ADHD, and a lot of that shit's genetics, you know? A lot of that shit's from the parents that pass it down to their children, and when parents say it's the vaccines, it's or it's like the food with the ADHD, it's they don't want to take accountability for what kind of genetics they gave them, you know? They don't want to. So that they'll blame shift on the food, the needle. That's what they do, you know? I was driving someone for a Lyft like last Wednesday, and we were having a conversation about something, and all of a sudden we were talking about like autism, and he was saying that people that are getting diagnosed with autism now is coming from the vaccines, because how can that happen all of a sudden, like so many people getting diagnosed, you know? I didn't even want to argue with this guy, you know? I just wanted to get my job done. So I was like, I said, it's a mystery, you know? It's a mystery how people get it. And then we just ended it there. So I know, like, if I say, dude, like, you're you're being delusional or something, you know, and it would cause an argument. And I don't want that when I'm just trying to make money, you know? Because there's no proof. There hasn't been proof that the vaccines cause that, and that doesn't make sense, you know? How come there's people that take vaccines and they don't get autism, you know? That don't make sense. Kevin Durant, yeah, I'll say he's good, but me personally, I don't like him going to super teams and stuff like that, but I can't say he's a bad player. He's probably one of the best players of all time, especially in this generation, too. One of the best. Yeah, I've been following him since he was a rookie, like for the Supersonics. Yeah, his crossover is crazy. His shot is very good. I think he's one of the best players out there. I'm just not a fan with him like going to super teams though. But you know, that's a lot of players do it now. What I get in the mail here? It says Black Friday sale. Ah, tobacco. How long does that last for though? It says. THC drinks. Yeah, it's right by my place. This fucking shit. Uh, I ain't buying smokes for a while though. Yeah, it's pretty good. I'll keep this here. Time is it right now? 12:45. Yeah, I'll do a little bit more, I guess. Yeah, I hit the job site on Black Friday. Work a 18-hour shift. Fortunately, I can't do that till next year. I'm the snow shoveler. If you guys don't know how to grip a snow shovel, I'm gonna teach you. I'll be right behind you. I'll place the hands where you're supposed to grab a shovel, and you guys just playing with it and just acting like black pillars with it, trying to figure out how tall you are with the shovel, and that just kind of makes me paranoid, and that's negative, and you gotta use that shovel to shovel the sidewalk. Make sure that you throw salt down so the people can walk on it and don't slip, because if they slip, it's a liability. You don't want to do that. That'll make you fired. You gotta stay with the company. Yeah, I've been putting that hard work lately. You see me in that one video. I was complaining about these Dumas, these black pillars, and these anti-workers not putting salt down on that sidewalk. You know what I did? I plowed that snow on that parking lot. And then after the video, I put the salt down because I'm a hard worker. And you guys just act your age and doom scroll on that black pill bullshit. That's just pathetic. That's just brain rot. That just shrinks your brain and makes you have a lower IQ. Me being positive, that's why I have a high IQ. If you don't have a high IQ, then you must be negative. What's up, Sage? Yeah, just working at all these jobs and all the people I meet, that's why I kind of do that positive shit, because kind of make it like a joke, it's how stupid it is, how people act at work, All that shit's kind of real, like all the shit that my cousin says, I witness at these jobs, and the shit I see online. Oh yeah, only real hard workers put the salt on the sidewalks like that. Exactly. Exactly. You gotta make sure you use that left hand and not use it to create stains. You use that left hand to have some salt and throw it down the sidewalk. You get rid of the black ice. Yeah, right. You act your wage, whatever job you're at. So if you're making six figures, you'll act your wage. You'll be working hard for the six figures. It's pretty simple. If you're only making 19 an hour, you're acting your wage. You're doing what you're supposed to do. You're not going above anything else when it's not on your description. You know what I mean? That's how it should be. Yeah, if you're making good money, it's worth working hard for, it's worth it because you get a big reward from it. But if you're working a job that doesn't pay good money, then why work so hard? There's no point. Just get the basics of the job done and what you're supposed to do, and that's it, you know? That's why I like to work for like rewards. Like if I like go to the gym and I like do the stairmaster and I do it for like an hour, that I completed it. It feels rewarding, you know. That feels good. But if you're working a job and it doesn't feel rewarding, you just get stressed. You feel like garbage. You're not getting the pay and you're hardly making enough money. Why try so hard, you know? It doesn't make sense. I was kind of brainwashed when I was younger about that, though. I used to try to work hard because my dad, that's how I was taught. My dad would teach me that type of stuff and have like a big work ethic and work so hard, even when I was not getting paid that good. And, you know, it kind of messed with me. So when I started getting like arguments with these coworkers and I got in fights with them. I got bullied in there. I started to realize, man, I ain't trying so hard at these jobs anymore, you know? If I'm getting treated like shit. Yeah, solid role models. Yeah, they can, man. There's some good characters in the video games that are better role models than the parents. No, I wouldn't say he's the best. I'll say Stephen Curry's the best right now. He's the best all time. He broke some record. And I'll say Reggie Miller. Ray Allen's one of the best. It's about the hard work. Exactly, Ollie, the old man. That's why I like to drink a beer with you about work, because, like, I can't relate to these negative people. I need a positive guy, so, like, we'll drink beer and smoke cigarettes and try to challenge ourselves to work harder at these jobs because we're positive. Back then, hard work did pay off. Yeah, yep, because you got more reward for it. Right. Jordan better. Yeah, I think Jordan is the best of all time. If you're talking about basketball or something. Yeah, it's still on. I'm gonna get off soon though. I'm getting kind of tired. Just kind of bored, you know. Yeah, it didn't tax very much. Yeah, yep. Inflation one isn't as bad either, it seems. Seemed like the wages were kind of catching up to like the inflation. Yeah, all we do is work. Yep. Work with the coworkers, the boss, the never-ending monotony of your job, you know. Oh, he had a bunch of rivals. He had like Charles Barkley was a rival of his. Sean Kemp, John Stockton, Karl Malone, big rivals with him. Even like the bad boy Pistons, like Isaiah Thomas and uh, was another guy like Bill Laimbeer. Let's say even like Magic Johnson and like Larry Bird, they were like big rivals. Like Jordan had a lot of rivals when he was in the league in different eras of the game. I guess he had some rivals like in Washington too. He gets like Allen Iverson and Kobe, all them guys. Worked cybersecurity. How come he quit? Yeah, it's not an easy field to get into, too. It does pay well, from what I heard. That's right, Ollie, the old man. Like these Dumas, these black pillars and anti-workers, and they just need to start having a work ethic. They need to start practicing on having a better attitude and start repeating themselves that I'm positive I'm gonna be a hard worker today. And they need to start showing it at the job. These people are just pipsqueaks, and I just stay away from them. Don't pay well in Asia? Damn, I didn't know it didn't pay well in different countries. Yeah, I would fucking quit too. Fuck that. It didn't pay well. Probably AI may fucking take that over too. Yeah, 996. Not Japan, right? They have a worse work schedule than the US, I think. That's why there are a lot of hikimoris and shit over there. I don't blame them. Fuck that lifestyle, you know? Yeah, wants to own a gun. Yeah, I would not want to. Say if I was a gun store owner, I wouldn't want to sell a gun to a guy like that. Fuck that shit. Maybe your dad needs to take some medication, Rohi. Give him some fucking mood stabilizers. Calm the fuck down. Take them fucking pills, dude. Tell me I need medication. You take medication. Yeah, joy isn't worth much. Yeah, it's like temporary. Yeah, alcoholic. Yeah, that's even worse. Like when your dad's drinking and he lashes his anger out drunk. That's just terrible, man. Fuck that. Yeah, you don't want a dad's like an alcoholic or your mom. Fuck that shit. That just ruins the kid's like childhood too. Yeah, fake history about them. When really the history you do know about them is abuse. That's the thing. Yeah. There's a lot of things in life that aren't joyful, that's for sure. Uh like working and getting health problems and uh like things don't last forever, like type of thing. Yeah, yep. The truth hurts. That's what happens with those type of people. Like your parents, for example. Yeah, should have never did it, right? You don't do that in the first place, but they don't think about that, I guess. They let their anger control them, I guess. Yeah, that's what I heard. It isn't that expensive in Japan, but they make you work your ass off, though. Kind of, right? Hmm. Yeah, it's interesting, man. Wonder if the American dollar kind of goes far in Japan, but it might not, because Japan's kind of like a first world country, isn't it? I think it is. Yeah, and I heard Japan's one of the safest countries too, isn't it? Doesn't have that much crime, I heard. I think Japan's got one of the best public transportation too, out in Asia. Yeah, Japan has a lot of good things over there, from what I heard. Yeah, maybe that's a place to see, Japan, in the future for me. I guess the only thing is the flight's expensive, but that's probably it. I wouldn't mind going to that country. Be kind of cool. Hmm. Yeah, I'm getting ready for bed. Man, what time is it right now? Hmm. Who's a grifter? Hmm. Yeah, I think I'm headed for bed. I'm getting tired, but we'll do some videos tomorrow. Maybe we'll do a live, possibly. We'll catch you guys later.